So we all know that HBO is developing a live-action Last of Us show that's going to be written and shown by the guy who did Chernobyl, and also Neil Druckmann, who is the writer and director of the first game and its non-controversial, non-divisive sequel. Now, when it comes to any adaptation or anything, everybody's curious about who is going to play the main characters, who's going to play this, who's going to play that. For this case, who is going to play Joel and Ellie, because this is a why and die thing. Because if you don't nail this, the show falls apart. The show falls apart. And definitely if they're going to adapt part 2, like, you know, you need that hook, you need us to care of the events that happen. And we got that piece of the puzzle. And that is, we know who's going to play Ellie. And the person who's playing Ellie is Bella Ramsey, who's known for playing Lena Bertrand in Game of Thrones. Now, the thing about it is, outside of Game of Thrones, let's be honest, we haven't really seen her much. Like, we don't have much of a sample size to say, oh, if we believe she's going to be a good Ellie, she's going to be a good Ellie. Of not. There's too small of a sample size. But, what would you want? Would you want to get killed off by a White Walker or a Clicker? That's my question. Now, but the thing is, understanding so, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be very loyal to the original voices of these characters. The original people who were in the motion capture suit, forming these scenes, actually being the characters. They're going to be loyal to them and be like, only these guys can play these characters, only these guys. But to keep you guys feel a sense of optimism is that they, for Ellie's case, they have additions for so many Ellies. All the choices that you for the choices that you would like, all the choices that you think realistically probably that they would more likely go for a Billy Bobby Brown, and you know, all the obvious choices, all that kind of stuff. They probably did it, but she, for them, knocked them in. You know, she did an addition, probably several of them, and knocked their socks off. She did something in the audition room to make them go, that's Ellie. And you don't know what scenes they gave her. Maybe there's some scenes from the game. Maybe there's some scenes that will be freshly new from for this show. It's going to be really interesting who's going to be Abby's favorite person that she likes to play golf with, known as Joel. It's going to be interesting. It could be kind of cool to see different takes on these characters, and you know, how many Hamlets have there been? How many Batmans have there been? How many insert characters, and seeing these scenes getting played by different performers. It's kind of like seeing a stage play getting replayed. That's what it is. It's a stage play. You know, it's like watching Hamilton with the original cast, and then you see it again, and here's these new guys. They could be better, they could be worse, or they could be more the same, a little bit less, or you prefer one more than the other. Like, all those things, they could crush it out of the park, and this is what we have to do. And due to the fact the sample size, we all just need to be like, okay, these guys picked their Ellie. We have to believe they made the right choice.